Wright?
Here.
Mr. Margaret?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Do we have any conflict of interest statements?
No. No.
Okay. Item 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of March 29th, 2018.
Motion to defer the reading of the minutes from the 29th.
My second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 5, correspondence. Contract with Beam Longest Neff LLC, DES number 1500416, for the construction observation for the new pedestrian bridge over Calumet Avenue and Conkey Street, submitted for approval. And this is part of a federal 80-20 match. Do I have a recommendation to approve the contract?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, change order number 1, received from VS Engineering for the Columbia Park Trail project, submitted for approval.
This is a Parks Department project, but went through the Board of Works.
Is this one that's being handled with the councilman in that district, Councilman Torres?
Yeah, he's funding it, and the project actually has enough money in the project to
This is
fund
when
it
we've already transferred funds from his gaming
from
account.
last year to this year. So
Do I have a motion to approve the contract?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item C, contract with Reith Riley for the construction of the Holman Avenue pavement reconstruction project, submitted for approval. This is a 50-50 match, part of the Community Crossings Grant project, submitted for this year's proposal. Do I have a motion to approve the contract with Reith Riley?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's a big one. Item D, contract with Reith Riley for the construction of the 2018, did I just do that one? No, this is one. 2018 Hammond Community Crossing Projects, hot in place pavement recycling, or HMA milling and resurfacing of 173rd Street from Indianapolis Boulevard to Indiana Harbor Belt Railroad, submitted for approval. And I believe this is our other community crossings grant for this year. Again, 50-50 match. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item E, correspondence received from Councilman Dave Warple requesting transfer of $21,490.01 from gaming funds to the change order number 2 for the Birch Place and 172nd Place lighting improvements, and $31,662.06 from gaming funds to the change order number 2 for the Birch Place and 172nd Place lighting improvements. This has not yet been signed by the mayor. Yes.
that second number is actually the one underneath there, I believe.
Okay.
There
So
was a
these are the
mathematical
two.
error. The mayor signed the original one. We found a mathematical error, reducing the price by roughly $10,000. We're just showing that the mayor approved it. We're asking that you approve it subject to the mayor's signature.
Okay.
But it's actually
So it's item
21.
E is both of these, the two?
Yes, but the $31,662.06 is,
It's just not accurate?
yeah, it's
Okay.
just to show you.
So the change
reference.
order is actually just this 21,490.01?
Correct.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve, subject to the mayor's approval and signature?
Motion to approve subject to the mayor's approval.
My second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item F, change order number 2 in the, is it the same one, Jonathan? Yes. Is it showed up as item F as well? So is this the actual change order, just not the funding? Okay. Change order number 2 in the amount of $21,490.01 for the Birch Avenue, Birch Place, and 172nd Street, submitted for approval. This is the actual change order document. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item G, correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty requesting approval for the petition for retirement of Sergeant Ronald Regina, effective close of business May 15th, 2018. Approval for officers to receive CBO specialty pay, Sergeant Stephen Gouzier, Sergeant Robert Taylor, Corporal Gabriel Gutierrez, effective March 22nd, 2018, and requesting Officer Robert Gajeski to relinquish his CBO certified breathalyzer operator specialty pay, effective April 1st, 2018. Do I have a motion to approve the chief's requests?
Motion to approve the police chief's request.
My second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item H, correspondence received from Hammond Police Department approving the Hessville Little League Parade Route, Leon's Triathlon Street closures, and Hammond Hermits Parade request and disposal authorization. Do I have a motion to approve the chief's requests?
Motion to approve the chief's request.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item I, correspondence received from Second District Councilman Pete Torres requesting transfer of $50,000 of gaming funds to the Second District Park Improvements submitted for approval. And this has been signed by the mayor.
Motion to approve the councilman's request.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item J, notice of violation, hearing for property located at 233 through 35 Kenwood Street. Good morning.
I'm David Weigel. This is the owner of the property, William Richmond. Ms. Cantor has provided me with a report. Mr. Richmond acknowledges the building needs to be demolished. Repairing it would just cost a fortune. When I was here last time, I indicated to you that there is a steel building immediately to the east. And we discussed the fact that since the walls are so close together, it's not a common wall, but they will be taken out manually so that the other building is not damaged. Now, there are vehicles parked in front of the building right now that belong to the tenant in the steel building. Mr. Richmond has given that gentleman notice to terminate the lease that he has and also to remove the vehicles. So we expect that those vehicles, which, I mean, they're not Cadillacs, okay? They should be removed before this month expires.
So is it his intention to self-demo?
I'm sorry?
Is he going to self-demo the property?
No,
I mean, not him personally, but the city's not going to take over it and do it?
no. I mean, he doesn't have the funds to demolish the
Okay.
property.
So to move forward with the demo order on our part?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
correct.
I've submitted the photographs. I mean, the place looks like it was awesome at one point in time, but the roof is now collapsed, and now it's become a safety concern. And I'm worried that if the weather gets really wet or turns bad, it could collapse.
Yeah, the walls are sort of leaning out, and the roof is collapsed. This is sort of a cultural place here. A lot of I know I attended some parties with the mayor in there. It was called the Upper U.S. Show Band. We put parties on in there. Don and Marilyn Dale owned it. They never really had enough money to maintain the building, and they passed away recently. So it's kind of a sad way to see this building go down, but it has to.
So I am going to ask the board to affirm the order to demolish, and I will prepare a written order.
Okay.
Okay, do I have a motion to affirm the order to demo?
Motion to affirm the order for demo.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item K, hearing on property located at 6637 Harrison Avenue. Is the property owner here for that one? Oh,
He's right here. This is Mr. Lazarian.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Mr. Lazarian has had a contractor out there. I also spoke to Mr. Cook. I think it was Chris that recommended that that be done. And Mr. Cook recommended that, I think he recommended 2 or 3 other contractors to look at it because frankly, the one that looked at it is probably not really capable of making the changes that are necessary. I don't want to mention his name or the company's name. So he just needs a little more time. He had a contractor come out, but Mr. Cook said that that contractor probably was not the type of contractor that could provide the accurate information. And so Mr. Cook gave him 2 or 3 other contractors a contract to come out and look at the building.
have we actually done the inspection with our inspections department yet, or just recommended some contractors? There's been an inspection? Okay.
Walked through, got the evidence together. It's the city's position that the property should be converted back to a single-family home based on the violations found in the current construction of the property. I believe this was to determine if the property owner had the contractors and estimates lined up to establish, either perform the conversion or
Are there any issues with giving them a little bit more time to get these other contractors in
And I
there?
guess there's a little confusion as to whether, I mean, the major safety violations seem to be the burn time of an interior vertical wall that separates the two apartments, okay? Mr. Cook indicated, and again, I wasn't a party to the conversation, Mr. Lazarian was, indicated that if it was converted to a single-family home, that balloon construction would be acceptable. We wouldn't have to put fire stops in it. But he, and again, triple hearsay, that he did, although he was not conversant with the file, Mr. Cook indicated that he really didn't think it could be a two-unit. We do not have a contractor that says that's true or not true. And so we would just need an opportunity to have a qualified contractor, and Mr. Cook recommended 3 to go out there and tell us.
So if we gave you an extension for, 30 days, would that give you adequate time to get those
Enough time for you?
contractors in there to review?
Well, the first contractor I called him multiple times. He never even got back to me. So I suspect this is 30 days from now, I can come in with a plan, but with their busyness in the spring, it's not going to be solved in 30 days, just done.
Oh,
they just
no, we understand that the project's not going to occur within that time frame, but
Yeah.
that we could see some movement on this at least.
Okay.
Moving forward, does that sound okay?
And we can have a plan in 30 days.
My only concern is the order was mailed out July 19th of 2017 with an initial hearing date of August 24th of 17, and this is the second, go-around for this property address. So, I would just, urge the property owners council that, the city would like to proceed with the hearing to make sure that it gets affirmed for removal, which doesn't, prohibit their ability to contact contractors or get things laid out. It establishes what the property should be to be considered safe and conforming with international residential code requirements. So I'm all for working with people and giving them time to come to a solution. However, this has been going on for some time now, this property address, and we'd like to ensure that it becomes a matter of record and affirmed what the property can be in the event that the property changes hands or somehow ends up being reoccupied with the illegal and unsafe space there.
Do we want to take that order up when we do a status, or do we have that available today?
Yeah, I have the document.
Well,
If council would, remain with this at the next hearing date, we can ensure that, we can hold the hearing to have the city's evidence brought forward so the board can make a determination as far as, what the property should be occupied as, and then, they can move forward with their contractors and pull permits and get whatever work they need to have done. But it's the city's stance that this property was constructed as a single-family home. The current apartments there obviously do not meet the code requirements, as even indicated by council, with the lack of fire separation. So we just want to ensure that it's documented and recorded that it should be a single-family home, and then we'll work with them on time frame as far as work is concerned, or permits, and whatever they need.
Okay.
what I get from that is that you're not asking for a hearing today.
No, I mean, if you would be agreeable, so I would ask that we move forward with the actual hearing to have it affirmed for removal at the next status date, if that's possible, please.
Okay. Any issue with that? Give us
Well, I
30
do have a little
days
bit of an
to
issue
have
with-
the hearing in 30 days. That gives them some time to get those contractors in there, take a
And
look at
obviously, if
things.
we have a plan within 30 days, then okay, correct? If we have a plan within 30 days, we go with the plan.
Yeah, if I
Okay.
may speak, I don't have a problem with trying to adapt to the city. I bought this property, it was listed as a 3-unit 27 years ago. That's how it was sold. There's 3 electric meters in there. I didn't convert anything. So, but the city came in 2.5 years ago, took a position verbally, and never sent anything of what I was supposed to do. And right now, I'm trying to understand what I'm to do. I want to work with them. I'm an accountant during my tax season. It's kind of hard right now to do this. But nonetheless, I contacted all the contractors. It's just hard to get back to them, or them to get back to me. So I talked to Mr. Cook, explained it, and he suggested 3 others, which I've contacted, and they haven't yet got back to me.
I think the board's position is we just want to see this moving in the right direction. So I think if we set this for the hearing in 30 days, that gives everybody time, to present the information to the board. If we determine that we're going to affirm the order at that time, that also makes you aware that this is the city's position, this is what you're going to need to do in order to get the property back into compliance. And hopefully by that point, you've got a contractor in there or two to take a look at things and give you some cost estimates as to what financially that's going to take. Okay?
Okay, just for the record, we have not admitted that it's been converted, because it never has been converted.
And that's why we'll have the hearing in 30 days.
And we still have a disagreement on, technically, we have a disagreement, but we expect that disagreement to go away in 30 days. Okay,
Take it up then. We got a date on that?
thank you.
Third is 28 days from now, so. So you want to go to May 10th? To go over 30, or is May 3rd good?
Yeah, we'll go 10th, we'll May 10th.
10th.
We'll sit over for status to May 10th. Mr. Weigel, May 10th? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item L, rental registration for property located at 400 Torrance. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Can you state your name for us today, ma'am?
Beatriz Moreno Yepes.
And your address?
Oh, the one that I have for rent is 4008 Terrence Avenue.
And is 4108 Cameron,
This
is
is the
that
one that I
your
live in,
address?
yes.
Okay. Do we have someone here on this one for us?
We inspected the property back in 13, under the impression it was an owner-occupied property. A homeowner's affidavit was submitted for the Torrance address to obtain homeowners permits to do some remodeling, get it prepared for them to occupy. It's my understanding they were living with their parents on Hickory first, the intention to move into Torrance, and then we had some issues on Cameron, which brought it to my attention that they were renting Torrance out now instead, and now occupied Torrance, or Cameron, I'm sorry. So we were seeking the rental registration for the term of the tenants that have been occupying the property.
How long has this property been rented out?
I was 2017 because I went to Crown Point to change that. Now I'm living in 408 Cameron.
Okay.
And they never, well, I didn't know either. They don't tell me that I had to, to get a permit. I discovered when we have a problem with he said the 4108, they asked him, why did I have 3 addresses? Well, they don't ask me, they ask my boyfriend. And he told me that I had to get a permit, but I didn't know that I had to get a permit. But I went to Grand Point to change that where I was living.
Okay. So this is just for 2017 we're
Yeah, I
looking
believe so.
at?
Yeah, Water Department had records reflecting a leak, I think in 15, so we couldn't establish occupancy. And then they said there's low usage in 16, so I believe, it was just 17 they started to have a tenant there.
Okay.
Now, we have a homeowner's affidavit and homeowner's permits issued to Cameron as well. The owners are aware that if this turns into rental also, then there'll be subsequent court action to deter that from happening, as licensed contractors are required to do any work on rental properties.
And you have not registered this for 18 yet?
Which one, the 40?
Torrance?
No, because they said that I had to come
Do this
first
one
to court and then after, yeah.
Okay.
So it's only been rented for the 1 year?
Correct, yeah. And
When in 17?
It was on October,
October?
yes. That's what I had the list. But I changed it before that.
this is their only rental property in the first offense. So.
All right, I motion to waive the late fee, but you do have to register the unit for 2017 at the cost of $5 for the unit.
Okay.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And if you wait after the meeting, you can take care of that today, and you can go ahead and register for 18 today as well. It is something you need to do on an annual basis.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to just hang out here for a little bit, we're almost done.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item M, rental registration for property located at 6429 Kennedy and 6431 Kennedy. Good morning. Can you state your name for us, please, ma'am?
Isabel Castillo.
And are you at 7416 California?
Yes.
At your home address? Okay.
You don't live on Kennedy? You don't live above on the property?
No, I live in 7460, California.
That might explain why she didn't get the postcard.
We have that listed as
Treasurer
our,
and assessor both have her listed in there, and so does our last rental from
This-
2015. So,
we have
Years,
the address
2
on
months
the
old.
hearing
Yeah, that's
notice.
the appeal, but I'm just saying, when we send the postcards out, we send the postcard out to the last address we have on our computer. And if it's a bad address, they'll never get the postcard.
Got it.
so they're here for 2016 and 2017 registration.
Okay.
They bought the property in October of 14, actually October 24th. No problems other than the late registration for 2016, 17, but like I said, we were under the impression that she was living, it's a 3-unit upstairs above the businesses there. I was under the impression, I'm the code enforcement officer for that area, that she was living in one of them. So, but you live on California now?
Yeah, I
Okay, so
changed
you-
2
Are you
months.
renting all 3 of them upstairs?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So it's
I'm renting
3
my
properties.
so there's three units, right?
3 units.
Upstairs?
2. 2 in this stop.
Okay.
2 units for, they were rented out in 2016 and 17?
7431 and 74 64 64 29 64 31 too. There's 2 properties.
And you had somebody renting those units during 16 and 17? Okay.
And they were previously,
They were rented in 15, yes, sir.
so what may have happened to where we didn't rent,
I don't know because that was before I'm living in Whiting, so I'm having this 2 properties too, and I don't pay every month, every year, but now I know I need to pay every year my sticker. I forgot, I don't know. I'm sorry. They was ready right now, they were 18. I'm paid
She
ready.
did register for
paid
18,
They are,
so how many units total we talking?
2, sorry, yes.
But we have 2 addresses, so,
Well, it's a double address because it's a large commercial building on the corner there.
I
There's
get it.
also, there's 2 apartments upstairs, and there, I believe there's 2 or 3 businesses downstairs.
so prior to 2016, no problems?
No.
All right, we're gonna waive the late fees for 16 and 17, but you will have to register the units for 16 and 17, I believe at the cost of $5 per unit.
Okay, do I have a second?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and ma'am, if you'd like to wait as well, we can get that taken care of for you today, okay? All right, item N, correspondence received from A.B. Radilak, president of HC3, requesting street closures to hold their first 5K color run on August 11th, 2018, at 9 a.m. submitted with route. And this has not yet gone to police department. Were your first stop today?
We're also aware of it for EMA, Madam President, and they're following the same route that the old Morton High School used to use for their 5K. We'll take care of traffic control once it's approved by the chief.
Okay.
Chief's approval.
You just want to send it to PD or to Gary? All right. A motion to approve the request with the police department and streets approval.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item O, correspondence received from resident Casey Kraus requesting a handicapped child in area sign be placed on the 1300 block of 170th Place. And I think we need to send this to the street department as well.
I motion to send this request to the street department and Gary Gleason.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item O, item P, correspondence received from resident Betty S. Keith requesting a handicap sign in front of her home on Ash Avenue.
Yeah. Gary? Motion to accept the request with the approval of streets and Gary Gleason.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item Q, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. And we've got a few of them.
May 10th?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll set these registration hearings over to May 10th.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item R, correspondence received from Talman Consultants requesting installation of fiber optic cable at 4508 Calumet Avenue. Has anyone, have you reviewed this yet? Engineering?
508, what was that, like
The Talman Consultants fiber request?
Yes, that was, is that the one off of Calumet? Yes, we did review this.
Okay.
motion to approve Toma Consultants' request?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item S, correspondence received from Elvira Martinez from Paws and People requesting permission to close a section of Interstate Plaza Drive for a fundraiser event.
This is scheduled in August, and this is going to be one of those color runs. It's entirely on private property. It's over by the new Starbucks.
This is part of the color run?
This is a color run. They're
We
going.
just had the color run come from HC3. Is this part of it?
No, this is a different one. This is something to do with animals, and, the animals aren't going to be covered with color. But it's over there by the Starbucks, the new Starbucks on Interstate Plaza. They're going to be on private property, but because it's a color run, they wanted to make sure we didn't have any environmental concerns, because I don't know what happens to the color afterwards. I think it just washes down the sewers. So they wanted to let the city know that they were intending to do it. That way, if there weren't any environmental issues that they needed to have addressed, there would be time to do it before August. So I would just ask that you please refer that to streets like you would any other, so they can maybe arrange for a sweeper to go through there, if they ever sweep back there. It's private property. And let environmental know in case there's any issues with the colors.
Okay. Do I have a motion to refer this to Environmental and the Street Department for review and recommendation?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item T, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
Thank you very much.
The back.
Saturday. Oh, one day, okay. One day. One day. Ooh. Motion to approve the garage sale permits?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, matters from other board members.
Nothing.
Matters from other department heads or the representatives. Any new business? Any old business? The meeting is open to the public. Anybody? Would like to recognize Councilman Pete Torres, who was in and out this morning, but don't see him right now. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.